you got to have a standard for yourself. Because a lot of times people don't have a standard. They just say yes, 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 yes. And you'll say yes, but mean no. But, you know, I want this opportunity.
Hey y'all, you know, it's your girl Chloe on Chloe's Pick. And okay, y'all, today in the Yo, I have an actor and a model. Okay, Tyrone Betters.
What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all doing all right.
Good. Thanks for coming through.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Coming through, giving me time. Okay, but I just like jumping straight into it.
Let's do it.
So, the first thing I want to ask you was, when was the defining moment when you realized that acting was something that you wanted to pursue professionally?
Oh, that's crazy. So my background is actually in modeling. So I started when I was a model at 18. I was a freshman in college. And through those 4 years of just trial and error while I was in undergrad and just trying to figure stuff out. But one day, I was actually in New York for New York Fashion Week. And I was going through a whole bunch of BS. It was like janky runway shows, janky promoter type deals, people just not being part of their word. And I was fresh into acting, and then that's when I knew, that's when the turn came for me, where it's like, I'm going to put all my energy and focus into my acting than compared to my modeling.
To the modeling.
Yeah. I think that bitter taste in my mouth from being in New York really focused me on getting into acting and really doing something.
Okay. Hey, sometimes it be that. Them promoters though, sometimes.
This was 2014. Yeah, it was a mess. I ain't gonna hold you. It was a mess.
Okay, so you started putting on the acting. So do you remember your first role?
My first role, you know what? I think the very first thing that I ever did was actually background work for the TV show Dallas. So they had revamped Dallas and renewed it. And so this is this the fall of 2012 going into 2013. Okay. And so doing background work, that was my very first thing, and it was different. Long hours, and I was being introduced to it, and it was just like, I don't know about this at first. But I remember that I played they had me come in being a lawyer and stuff. At that time, my hair was like real high. And I was 22 at that time. So I was like, humble beginnings, and it definitely opened my eyes to understanding the seriousness of just being on a high power quality set, and then you know, playing your part. If you background, you there to be background.
Okay.
And nothing else. And then that just kind of trickled. I was doing background all throughout that season. And then also at that time, there was a site called Short Film Texas. So I would go on Short Film Texas, audition for short films, student films, whether it was with UTA or UTD or what was another, SMU. I would always just do in the student projects and just really try to build my strength up that way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you did say your background work was your first thing. So do you feel that background work is important for shaping an actor?
I'm gonna just say it's important to know set etiquette, but background is not acting. Like I'm not demeaning being in the background and doing those things, because there's a place and time for it, and it's definitely a perfect place to be on set and just continuously like see what it is and what it takes to be on set. Because even in background, I learned a lot when it came to sound. I learned a lot when it came to crafty. I learned a lot when it came to grips. I just learned everything else while I was on set. But as far as like cultivating yourself, I'd say get in class and do independent or short films. Okay. When you're first learning.
Yeah. Okay, I understand that. Like you're saying, like background work just to understand what's going on.
Understand what's going on. Understanding that you're going to be on sets for a long period of time. Yes. Getting yourself used to that, building that callus, as they say. of being on set for a long period of time to understand, like, if you want to do this at a high level, then you have to be willing to do what it takes and be on set for those amount of times. Because as you on set, the actors on set, they're learning their lines, they tired, they're there all day doing the same scene over and over again just to get every angle of the scene. And yeah, you gotta be 100% committed.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So do you remember your first role you got where you had speaking lines?
The very first role, speaking lines, it was actually a student film. It was a PSA. Shout out to my guy. Oh man, Wayo. I believe I think he's a cast director for some of the reality TV shows out now. Okay. But we actually drove up to Venus. He was in school for Art Institute of Dallas. I remember that. And so just being able to do that PSA, had a couple of words. It was something different. It was something different, something new. And then it kind of just trickled down from there. So like the early stages, early beginnings, I did a lot of student films, did a lot of short films, did a lot of like small different things where I was learning how to act. And I was still in class as well. So being in class at a KD studio, I just kind of just continued while I was taking adult classes at KD Studio. I was just learning. Yeah. I think the main issue sometimes that when people first hop into acting, they just want to say, I want to get on set and I just want to be in front of the camera and stuff, but they don't know how to act. Right. Like a lot of people is just...
Or they think they do.
No, they don't know how to act. They don't do. I'm not going to sugarcoat.
Right, no.
I don't sugarcoat. They're not good at acting. Yeah. So what happens is they don't take the time to be a student and they're just trying to do it, and they'll say you just learn on the fly. And some instances that's okay, you know what I mean? But a lot of times the next thing is to say that I'm just going off my God-given ability. Sometimes God ain't give you that ability. I'm gonna just be honest. Hey. So, like anything, you have to train. Right. You can't be a doctor without going to school. Right. You can't do all the different things. But people think that being an entertainer that you don't have to do that. You can just hop right into it. And some things might work, but if you try to do this at the best level that you could do it at, you have to get in front of that. You got to get in that class. You got to just cultivate your skill set.
Agreed. Okay, so were there any, because I know that's definitely a big misconception people have, were there any misconceptions you had about acting before you really just like started getting into it?
Tons. I think the best thing that I ever did was getting into my introductory into commercial acting and then my introductory into acting classes at KD Studio. So KD Studio, they have these different courses that you can take for, if you're not trying to do the whole thing, you can do adult classes. It's they're usually 2 months or 8 weeks. And you're just learning. You're learning about scripts, how to break down the script, what is acting, all of those different things. And so I needed those courses at that time, especially my whole mindset was model. Yeah. Because that's all I ever wanted to be. But of course I'm 5'9", and at that time I was fit, but I was so short I couldn't fit like all of the sample sizes and stuff. So just had to like pivot and recalibrate. And so then getting into those courses, it just allowed me to open my mind up to different things. And I would also take workshops, acting intensives, and all those different things that allowed me to just grow. What was the question one more time? I'm sorry.
Just any misconceptions you had before you started acting.
And so getting into those misconceptions is we think we know what acting is because we're always watching, but you absolutely do not know anything, especially when you don't understand the technical side of it as well. It's not just about bringing characters to life, but it's also understanding your angles, understanding your camera, understanding how they're shooting, the directions that they're shooting in, understand what's going on in the scene, and understanding that even in film, when you're filming, sometimes you're not filming the first thing that's on the page on the script. You might be shooting the first thing you shoot might be the end, and then you'll trickle down in there. So you have to bring that same performance throughout the whole different things. And a lot of these things I didn't learn until I was immersed in it and put on the spot pretty much in understanding what was going on. So it's so much more than just pretending.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed. It's becoming
It's
that.
becoming.
It's
It's
becoming that
becoming a
character.
thing.
Yes.
Like a lot of people think that you're acting, but really you're just being. And the biggest thing, even with acting, is being able to listen. So yes, you know the lines, yes, you know the words, but active listening and responding in a manner that your character will take it in, depending on how you're playing it.
Right. Okay, okay. Yes, gems, gems, gems.
Yes.
So I know you are signed. So when did you, I mean, I know you already had an agent as far as I guess your modeling. So was it the same agent you used for your acting, or how did that
When
go
I
for you?
first started off, I actually wasn't signed. I had a mentor that was working with me. Well, I can't say I wasn't signed. I was signed to some boutique agencies all throughout college.
Okay,
And
okay.
then when I ended up graduating, moving back to Dallas, I kind of wasn't signed, but I had like different networks that I would work with and different stuff. And so I wasn't signed at the time. One of my mentors, shout out to Willie Johnson, he pretty much scooped me up under his wing, and then that's when I started being introduced to other things. I think my very first commercial that I ever booked was an Omni American Bank commercial. I don't even think Omni American. I don't think Omni American Bank is around anymore. This was 2013. I think it was either the bottom of that. This was either 2012 or 2013. It was in that area. And when I booked, I was the only one that wasn't signed. So the other principal actors on there, they were signed or they were with agencies. So that was my very first one. And the relationship and rapport that I made with them at that time, they ended up bringing me on to another photo shoot for a gun range. And I ended up shooting with them for years as well. So that's what kind of like got me introduced. And Willie actually connected all of that. And then shortly after that, I ended up signing with an agency at the time, and then that's when things just started, moving from there.
Yeah. Okay. So you said about that, you were on that set, and then like they saw how you work. It's like, nah, we want you. So,
Yeah.
how important do you feel that it is to like network on these sets when you're?
You should always be networking, especially when you're on sets and you're a principal. You should be networking as a background as well. But sometimes you just never know. The director might be working on something else. They can be like, "Hey, are you free or available?" And they'll use you for like their own personal projects. A lot of these people, when they're working on jobs, they're always working on something else, and then you might fit something that they're working on, they want to bring you in, or they like working with you. You know, a lot of the times when I do book a lot of commercial works or self-book, it's off of relationships where I've met people on sets and I left a great impression. So that's why it's important to always be, personable, prompt, and then be about your business. You know what I'm saying? We there to get a job done, and so be about your business at all times. I'm a very big stickler on that. I try to treat my commercials or SAG work bookings the same way that I try to treat my independents the same way that I treat the other ones, because it's all the gig's the gig.
Yeah.
So you always want to make sure that you bring your best foot forward and being as professional as possible. And then when you are networking, not being not being so pushy, but just being in the flow and just being organic.
Yeah. I feel that. So do you feel that your bookings and auditions got taken more seriously once you got like representation?
Well, yes. It's cool. I think people have a misconception as talent. Like they say that, oh, I don't feel like I need to be represented. Every talent needs to be represented. You need to have an agent. I'm just going to be honest. Like the notion, because people don't even know what they're saying when they're saying that, oh, I book all my own films. I mean, that's cool, but you'll never. I can guarantee 9 out of 10, if you are not signed, you will never book the TV shows that you want to be on. You will never book the thing. And I know God works in mysterious ways, don't get me wrong, but there's mediums for a reason. There's representation for a reason. Right? Because a lot of the times these casting directors, they're going to the talent that is represented. It's just is what it is. You have your moments where somebody might not have an agent. They might have a manager. And sometimes the manager is able to bring those things together. But on those occasions, they already have a name. A lot of people already have an established name. They already have an established brand within the space. So having a manager over those different things, that's a whole totally different ball game. But you want to be signed, and it's cool to book a whole bunch of independent stuff. But independent it's not the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Build your own stuff. Continuously do your own stuff. You know what I mean? But the goal is to be world-renowned and being on these top, high-level productions because that's where the money at. Right. It just is what it is.
Right. So y'all get signed. Get
signed. Have the adequate information. Stop putting your background on your resumes. Take that stuff off. Stop listening to people that's not doing what you want to do. Meaning, if I'm gonna take advice from somebody, I'm gonna take advice from somebody that's doing what I'm doing currently, like on a little bit bigger scale. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna take advice from people that's not doing half the stuff that I've been doing. Not saying that they don't have sound advice. I'm just saying, how do they know? Right? You always gotta fact check the people that's giving the information, because just because you do 3 independent films that you the lead in, that doesn't make you qualified to speak on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't take everybody information, me personally. But with anything that I say, I can show and prove, and then I have my resume and all of those other things that go from there.
Okay. Hey, that's baby's motto over there. If they ain't doing what, then why I'ma listen to them?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
His results.
Yeah, the results. Hey, we in a results driven thing, right?
Yes.
When we're listening to these casting directors, or when we listening to people that is of higher ilk, they're saying the things that they're saying for a reason, because it's the things that they had to go through to be able to be in this position to do what they're doing. Right now, I understand where I want to go, and I understand where I'm at, and I understand where I came from, right? Because at the end of the day, there's been a point in time where I've had at least 5 or 6 commercials running at the same time. These are pure facts. So I don't speak from a place of not knowing. So a person can't tell you how to book a commercial if they never booked a commercial.
Yeah. Okay, so to that, like you say, you done booked all kinds of commercials, films. You're in over like 10 films on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Plex, Peacock, and you're on the movie poster of a few of them. I was like, okay, Tyrone. So what was the first movie you got on the movie poster of?
I'll be honest, it was actually a short film called Suspect. Shout out to my frat brother. Dang, his name escapes me right now. But he actually had me, he was writing up a script, and he just asked what was going on. And this was 2015. I want to say that was 2015-ish. And he made a poster and I seen myself on. That was my first time seeing myself on a poster. And it was just different. Like, it didn't matter that it was a short film. It didn't matter that this was like my early stages of thing. I was doing what I set out to be doing. And that really hit me different. But I think when it came to a feature-length film, my first poster was the movie Perk 30.
Okay.
So I did the movie called Perk 30. Shout out to Elmore Vision. What's so crazy about this? We followed each other, I want to say 2022. The top of 2022, we followed each other. And then we were just chopping up. He said, man, once I get the script in the movie, I'm gonna call you up for it, So I was getting ready to go to Cincinnati for a commercial booking, for a booking that I had. Yeah. And I'm right before I get on the plane, he was like, hey, I got the script. I want you to be in it. And he based in Houston.
Okay.
I read the script. I was like, man, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so this was the first time where I didn't have to audition. I didn't have to jump through hoops. I didn't have to, not that auditioning is jumping through hoops, but I didn't have to play the game.
Right.
Like, he made a script. He knew the character he needed me for, and then he brought me on board.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed Perk 30 and what we was able to create with that. And then just seeing myself like on the side, on the poster with my shades on. I had my mohawk at the time. Like, it was so dope. It was dope. I got a big poster board at the house with it from a movie premiere that we put together.
Yeah.
That was 2020. What we do that? 2023? I think we did 2020. Bottom of 2023 going into 2024. That's when we had our premiere, and it was amazing.
That's dope. That's dope. So, with so many roles out there, do you ever feel like there's like a specific kind of character that you're often cast for?
Cops, gangsters, and ever so often like rom-com style, but it's been few far in between. But I really want more of those, more rom-com, more bubbly, like dad type of roles. Those are the type of roles that I'm looking forward to do more now. I feel like now I've gotten so particular on the characters that I want to portray. That it took me doing a couple of the gangster role, the rapper. I just did a rapper for Code streaming on it just actually came out not too long ago. So I did those, but now I see me as Hallmark Mahogany. I see me as Great American Family, Great American Christmas, those type of roles that I would love to be able to do.
Okay. So, what has been your most memorable role so far?
Most memorable. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say Dirt. I'm going to say Dirt. So Dirt, shout out to my frat brother Brian. He hit me up. He was like, "Man, I got your name from such and such." And I can't remember. I don't even know the lady who knew my name but gave it to him. And he was like, "Hey, we shooting this. We're gonna be at El Paso, da da da." So he had the flight booked. He had everything booked out. I had the money ready. And I was just on part. And so Dirt, I play he a former football player turned drug dealer. I got to act across Jamal Woolard, and really just, show my chops and all those different things. And it was a lot of action in it. Well, so I'm running this and the third, and I wasn't like in the best shape at that time. And it just really pushed me and let me know that I could really do this at another pace, another level. You know what I mean? And it's I call them benchmarks, so really like check marks when I'm able to book another role, do these different things. And it's amazing to me how many people have paid attention to what I got going on outside of Dallas that's willing to book me work and pay for me to bring these roles to life without auditioning. Not there's nothing wrong with auditioning, but what I am saying is when you build your name up and you have that equity, and people are willing to take a chance on you without having to see you because they see it in the work that you already have out. So I've always thought that was but Dirt, I think Dirt was that one. And then I'm gonna also say Perk 30 because Elmore Vision, the one thing I respect about him is any character that he's brought me in, and we've done five movies together. 3 of them I was a principal. A couple of them only had like one scene in them, but he's always bring me in for something different. I've never really played the same style of role, and I've been able to just do more. So I've always respected Elmore for just always bringing me in to bring something else to light. So,
Hey, that's dope. So to go back, I know you say you've done a bunch of different commercials. So with your experience in commercials, how did that shape your approach to storytelling in your feature films and movies?
I think it was just always being able to bring different characters to life. So a lot of times when you're doing these commercials, they'll have me playing a dad, they'll play me having a friend, they'll have me playing a worker, or it's just so many different things that you can portray. And I think it just allowed me to always just continuously stay in that creative space. So I'm very big advocate of being in class, but there's times I can't go to class. Like I'm working, schedule too busy. I probably can't spend bread at that time and moment. So you always just want to stay in that creative space. And the one thing that we do get a lot of, or that I get a lot of from my agents, is commercials, right? So you got to keep that energy up and keep it up. So then when you do get a SAG role or a day player role or something, that you can just hop into it and understanding of staying into that character. So I think it just allowed me to just create these characters and stay in that moments for when it's time to do the cinematic stuff.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So do you find it challenging at all to transition between the commercials to like the more dramatic roles?
Not at all. I think a lot of people, a lot of actors that I know, they're saying that I don't want to audition for commercials. I ain't get into this to do commercials and stuff, which is cool, and I can understand that. But commercial pay the bills. I ain't even gonna hold you. I just did a commercial. It's gonna probably pay me about 5 bands. So it's like, yeah, I hear what y'all saying, but in the meantime, I ain't doing nothing else except going to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta understand that, you know, you might not book every commercial, and that's okay, but you gotta keep auditioning, because at the end of the day, you never want to limit yourself to your possibilities, because a lot of case in point, it was a director on a project on one of the commercials that I did. One of the principal actresses that was on the set with me sent me over the page and stuff, and he was a director on the Squabble Up video.
Oh,
for what's the name? For Kendrick. Okay. So you never know who's directing these things. You never know who's on set, because it's a grip that's working on this set, but I saw him working on Lawman, Bass Reeves set, or he'll be on another set that's dealing with Taylor Sheridan. So a lot of times that's where the connections are made, because they don't just have this gig, and in the meantime you can't. Every show not filming right now, so what you gonna do in the meantime, in between time? So you got to know how to balance it, and you got to know that, honestly, if you get a SAG national commercial, Rex. That's racks on racks on racks. And then you don't lose sight of what your goals are, right? Because at the end of the day, you're still going to, this is why it's important to have representation. There can still be sending you stuff that's going to go to the next level. But a lot of times people have such a narrow view on the thing that they want to do that they cut themselves off from different things. And I made the mistake one time. So 2022, by the end of the year, I had booked 4 commercials back to back to back. So I was between Dallas and Austin a lot. And then I said something that was so crazy. So I was just like, God, I really don't even want to do like commercials anymore. Like I really want to start focusing on all this other stuff. And so then when you say that,
he listened.
Okay. I didn't book a commercial for 2 years.
Dang.
Nothing. And I mean, it was I was auditioning like crazy. I didn't book a commercial for 2 years. And then before the end of last year, I booked a commercial, and I was like, God, look, I ain't never going to say that again. I'm never going to speak none of that again. Whatever you have for me is for me, and I want to run full force in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where another thing is, be careful of how you speak, because he'll answer it, and then he'll show you and then teach you that lesson. Man, 2 years without a commercial booking, my bread and butter is commercial. So it's like you just gotta you make room for the things that you want. So you can have both of them. You can do commercials, and you can do the theatrical projects as well.
For sure. So, as a Black actor, do you feel that there is more pressure to represent your culture in your roles, or do you just focus on your acting?
I focus on the role. I mean, I focus on my acting. There are roles that I don't do. I don't do same-sex roles. I don't do anything that's unsettling to my spirit. So, like, if I'm reading a script and my spirit is unsettled and I know I can't give it a yes because I know I can't dive as deep as I want to, then I won't do it. Like, I'm very much God-centered. I'm very much, and being God-centered, that's not saying that I won't do sex roles or, I won't do, like, sex scenes or different stuff like that, because that's real life, like, you know what I mean? But it just means that I know I'm never going to go outside of myself to do things that make me uncomfortable. I'm just not. And you got to have a standard for yourself, because a lot of times people don't have a standard. They just say yes, 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 yes. And you'll say yes, but mean no. But I want this opportunity. Nah. When the opportunity finds you, we never hungry for the opportunity, because they might have you do tricks to get the opportunity. Nah. When you can stand on your square, when you can stand on your square, when you can stand on your moral and your principle, then you can live on it. You know what I'm saying? And then what's for me is for me. So, like, that, it is what it is. It was already written for me. So I'm not ever going to go outside of myself for any type of opportunity. So yeah, in that instance, I would say that that's me sticking to, you know what I'm saying, the representation portion. But I always the gig, like I said before, the gig is the gig. So like whatever lines up and I'm auditioning for, then I'm gonna bring my best to it.
So, as far as Hollywood, what do you think needs to change in Hollywood to better represent Black actors, like in front of and behind the camera?
I'm gonna just say inclusion, and it's very separatist in the sense of you'll hear about LA, you'll hear about New York, and then you hear about the Southeast, and they speak on the Southeast. But like I'm in the South Central. We're in the South Central market. We have a lot of workers and a lot of work going on. It's not just about the Southeast. It's not just about LA. It's not just about New York. How do I know? Because a lot of the stuff they shooting, they're filming out here. Or they're moving out here, or they're basing their stuff out. It's a lot of productions moving to Austin, and it's productions moving to Fort Worth, and so on and so forth. So we are very much in the mix as anybody else. So highlighting that and making sure that we are getting the quality opportunities to be on these sets as well. So a lot of times productions will bring their stuff here, but they want to bring their own people here. They want to only bring outside actors, and you're not going to do that and get a rebate.
Yeah,
you're not going to do that. So you gotta start pouring back into the people, making sure that the people that's here getting these opportunities as well, just like anybody else. Because the notion that we don't know what we doing is pretty much bullshit. Like, it's very much so. So we train, we in the same casting directors' faces, we're in the same this and the third, but the separation comes because, oh, he's in LA, well then they a little bit more da. But just cause you in LA don't mean you good. And there's plenty of trash people that's in LA, I'm just gonna be honest. Just like it's trash people in Atlanta and so on and so forth. So I've never really just allowed a location to define my quality of work or to define the things that I know that I can do. And I'm not saying that I know everything either, but what I am saying is I'm very much on par of what I'm supposed to be doing, and I know with the right opportunity, then we could just keep showing them. So yeah, that separation is very elitist. So.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think is the most powerful way for an actor to use their platform, especially like when it comes to like advocacy and shedding light on like important issues?
I wouldn't put that. I'm not gonna put all of the bases on it on the talent, only because like we don't pass laws, we don't make all of those different things. So if a person chooses to speak on and use a platform for different things, I always applaud it and understand it. But sometimes there are things that you just keep separate, and that's okay because everybody has different viewpoints. But at the same time, we can't put more pressure on the people that are talents or different things than the people that make the laws, than the people that run these different entities, that they get to just feel how they want to feel and go unscathed. But because an actor is popular or this and the third, we not support nothing that you do because we don't like the view that you have. So yeah, but I mean, it is definitely important for people to speak up on the issues that they feel about, or on the things that move them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like, even on rappers, sometimes I don't want certain rappers to talk because they sound dumb. They don't sound like they know what they're talking about.
Okay.
Right? Because I wouldn't expect them to know what they're talking about. So I don't hold them to the same standard that I hold a representative.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So actors, I think that if you're going to use your platform, be mindful of how you're using your platform, because as soon as you say something, you might say one thing that people agree with, and then months down the line, you'll say something that, nah, I ain't rocking with that, and I'm not rocking with you like that no more, so I'm not gonna. So it's a catch-22.
I get it.
So it's always about just be mindful and always be your authentic self, though. Always be your authentic self.
Yeah, that part. So for you, is there a particular genre or type of film that you want to work in but you haven't had a chance to yet?
I definitely want to do more rom-com. I think rom-com, when you think of rom-com, I'm thinking of like Sleepless in Seattle. I'm thinking of things along the lines of that. I guess I wouldn't know if I wouldn't say it's like a rom-com, but something like Devil Wears Prada, different things like that. I want to do stuff like outside the box, and that's outside the norm. Even doing more comical stuff as well. So when we like dang, what's that? I can't think of the show with the young lady and it's the five male roommates. But stuff like that. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Something like things along the lines of those. Like I want to always like push it outside of the box for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's easy to get into the mundane of black storytelling. And I don't mean to say it in that sense, but in the sense of like urban storytelling, all those different things. Like it's a genre. It's literally a genre. And it's cool. It's cool and you could build your brand on it, but I want to be way more than that.
Yeah. Okay. Respect. So, so if you had to switch places with another actor in Hollywood for a day, who would you choose and why?
I'm going to say Idris Elba.
Okay. Why?
I mean, he been doing this so long. It's at a high rate and clip. So what's so crazy, even if you looked at Idris Elba, some of his earlier work, he mastered his English accent and stuff. But if you've noticed the last 10, 15 years, he don't do a movie without being his English accent. But he's garnered that. He did the groundwork of doing all of that and building your name up. And I'm sure he could still fall back into it. But now he's so grandfathered in, he know what he want to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and putting on production that he want to do, funding stuff that he want to do, and I rock with that. Plus he cool. He do everything. Like he jujitsu. He a DJ. He a rapper. He's definitely very talented.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so if you were to fast forward like 10 years from now, what do you envision for yourself? Personal and like professional life?
I would say personally, continuously growing my family. And then professionally, I've already became a household name. So about 10 years from now, so I'll be going on to 45. I feel like I've been stapled in, and people know me for my work. I really feel firmly in that.
Okay, and then my last question is, if you could just be remembered for just one specific performance, either in something or a project, what would it be, and why did it stand out to you? So where you're like, nah, like that's what I want them to remember me for.
I don't think I shot it yet.
Okay, hey.
I don't think I shot it yet. Like, not that I'm very particular about my work, and there's a lot of things that one isn't out yet and that we've finished filming on, and then two, it's like I'm such a hard stickler on my own performance. I feel like there's yet to have been a performance that I can just lay my head on, that everybody's gonna be that's gonna be world renowned, and that's the goal. The goal is to be world renowned. And I'm not rushing it either. When the opportunity comes, it comes. So I just gonna continuously work, continuously train, and just be preparing for that moment, so that when I have it, the world gonna know.
Okay. Hey. Okay, so that's your camera. So just tell everybody where to find you.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, it's Tyrone Betters. You can find me on IG at Tyrone Betters. You can also Google me, Tyrone Betters. But on my page, if you go to the website and the link, I have an access to all of my film, to my write-ups, to my interviews. Once this interview get uploaded, I'm gonna place it on there as well. And stay tuned. I have some great things that's coming in store. I have about 4 series that's coming out soon. We're getting ready to film on a new movie called They Call Me Saint. We'll start filming on that in March. Right now, you can stream one of my newer films, Code. This is out, and then enjoy everything that you see. Once again, it's Tyrone Betters, and I appreciate you and your time.
Okay, y'all. All right, so y'all already know before we tap out, we gotta play a game. So you already know what it is. Okay.
Do it. Hey. I made it.
Okay, y'all, so new game alert. So I'm calling this one Battle of the Beats. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. You can go to the Y, baby. This is how it's gonna go is I have think 6, 7, some uneven number of scenarios written down here, okay? So whatever scenario it is, I'm going to read it off. I haven't read them either. And then whatever song you think fits that, we're going to write it down on our board. And then, I don't know. I guess you're going to have to be our time clock too. I don't know. Or maybe we'll write it down quick enough. Baby behind the camera is going to judge. And whoever gets the most, ones that he feels are the best fit wins. Okay.
This game involves no skill.
It involves brain. You got to reach back
It
into
involves
your
relativity.
memory.
Relativity. Which one do I relate with more? Let's see.
Then I'm going to lose.
All right.
Okay. So first scenario. Okay. So you're at a wedding reception and the DJ asks you to choose the first dance song. What would it be?
You ready?
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. So I got Let's Get Married, Jagged Edge. Because, that's my song.
You said dance?
Yeah.
Like
First dance.
First dance.
The first
oh,
dance
like
between-
the first dance.
Yeah, between-
I got it wrong. I said before I let go. Maybe it's featuring Frank and Beverly. I didn't realize it was the first.
he could see that.
I can see that though.
I thought we was talking. Yeah, I thought we was talking about the first dance. If not that, if it's the first dance, Eric Benet. What's the song? Eric Benet. If I see you every morning when I.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Can I just feel your heart beating beside me every night?
Yeah,
That's it.
Okay.
Spend my life with you.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I
For
feel like
me-
I lost on this. Between that and this.
For me, I actually am a Jagged Edge fan, so I'm gonna have to rock with Baby on that
I got
one.
you.
I'm gonna rock with Baby on that one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I'm thinking about mine. I'm like, yup.
J.E.
Okay. So, second one. You're on a road trip with your friends in the car. What would be the driving anthem?
Hot. Big. I got you. I know you're gonna rock this one.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. What you got?
Gucci first day out.
Gucci first day out.
Tyrone wins.
I told you. I know.
Miley Cyrus.
Oh my day would blood first.
Okay,
Cake, just a cup of syrup, baking soda pot, and a silver fork. Hey, y'all already know it's time to go to work. Yeah, we in that bitch. I'm back up in that kitchen working with a
Well,
chick.
guess we know one thing's for sure. Me and Tyrone ain't gonna be invited on no girls trips.
Nah. 50,000 per 50,000 midget. As soon as it goes, I sold another 60. Come on, man.
Okay, so next situation. You just won the lottery. You're celebrating. What song do you have on repeat?
Hey.
Okay. Ready?
Ready? Money, 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 money.
I got all about the vengeance. It's all about the vengeance.
Unfortunately, the darkness of my skin's got me thinking Wesley Snipes in New Jack City, so Tyrone better win.
That's it. Hey, man, sometimes it's just it. But Benjamin's is a good one, too, though.
It is a good one.
Benjamin's
Unfortunately,
a good
he just
one.
ventured over into the side of Diddy.
Yeah.
The Diddy.
We already know that one. That was a good one, though, for sure. Hey, money, 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 money. I'm a little old school, too. I'm a little new school, a little old school.
Okay. So you're feeling nostalgic and you want to relive your teenage years. What song are you playing?
My teenagers?
Teenagers.
Ooh, teenagers. Dang. Well, I'm thinking 13. I know.
Okay, ready.
Ready?
Okay,
Three,
bit.
two, one.
Okay, I put Kiss Kiss
No,
Chris Brown.
Real. Okay.
Hold up, y'all closer in age.
I just have
This is
sex,
coming
I
out
ain't even
there.
making love. So come give me a hug, you feel
Even
me?
and you
When
put
I pull
50
up out front, say
Cent.
them things off the. When I roll 20D, so much over in the club.
Yeah,
Now I
all
even
right,
focus
right.
right. Everybody show me. If you sell like if it didn't
Right now, we-
homie ain't nothing change. Roll down G's up. I see exhibit in the cut. The nigga roll that weed up. Watch how I move. You mistake me for a player pimp. Been hit with a few shells.
I'll
Long
take
one
that
with a
loss.
limp. Come on, that boy 50
I'll take
was.
that one.
Hey, 50 was so cold. That's exactly what he dropped. 2013, 2022. Well, his main stuff dropped in 2002, 2000,
Right.
2003.
See me, I was on 50 since before then. I
Yeah.
was back before he got shot.
Fact,
You know
I
what
was so
And
young.
then,
I ain't know none of that.
And then 50 was always a good rapper to me, but he didn't really just start resonating with me tough until Get Rich or Die Trying came out. Hustler's Ambition
That's it.
was the best song on the face of the planet.
I could
So if I had to go back, that's my jam.
I hear that. I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
I just remember where I was. I was just like, what is
America
this? I
got
was
to
such a
sing for
little
this
kid.
gangster shit. They love me.
I was such a little kid, but you just know when you heard that song, it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know who made this song, but it's out of there. It's out of there. And when 50 came, it was a rap, man.
Yeah.
They had to deal with him from up until now.
Yeah. Okay. It's your last night on Earth.
Okay.
One song before the world ends.
For the world is.
That's heavy.
Heavy.
That's very heavy.
Hey, say it again. Say it.
So it's your last night on Earth. You can play one song before the world ends.
I need more context.
There's a meteor about to kill everybody.
Who am I with?
You're by yourself.
Dean, just me?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
I don't even know if it's gonna be a
Crazy.
song
Oh, Lord.
Who I want to play? Oh my gosh. I don't know this one. This one's different. Last song
really.
ever. I don't know where you came up with this one.
Oh.
Oh man. Oh.
I feel like this is a
Right. This is a heavy one, guys.
Hey, I got mine.
Yeah.
I know what I'm playing if I see the world ending.
I'm gonna just say. All right.
Okay. Ready. Which one? Lady in my life. I gotta take me to the king because I want Jesus to hear me.
I know.
Yeah.
That'll get it.
Yeah, baby wins in that one. Yeah.
Cause now take me to the king, please.
That's it. That's a guy I don't have much to bring.
Right.
All the pieces. Here's my offering.
All right, so I think we sitting at.
It's 3-2. I'm up.
3-2. Okay.
Ain't me. Yeah.
All right. It's your first day on your new job. What is your walk-in hype song?
I got you.
Damn. Okay.
All right. Boom. Get paid, young nigga. Get paid. Get
I got
paid,
walk through.
Walk through.
I've been feeling like the man when I walk
Okay.
through.
So for me,
No, they both these.
Yeah.
for me on this one, I'm a bit of a Rich Homie fan, so I'm a Dolph fan too. But walk through.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that'd
3-3.
be the one for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're
You know
gonna
what I'm
tie break it with
saying?
this one.
My
I had
song-
an extra one in case we needed a.
My song would have been Man of the Year though.
Okay.
Yeah, my song would have been Man of the Year.
I got you.
Okay. Let me do this one. Okay. You're trapped in the elevator with strangers for 3 hours. One song is on repeat. What song would you like that to be?
I need more context.
Of what? Who are the people?
Who are these people?
It's just random people. It's strangers. You're trapped in the elevator with strangers. You just hopped on the elevator at the studio, and it was just some random people in there, and then the elevator just stopped.
That Mr. Yeah.
And
Oh, man.
firefighters can't get here for 3 hours.
I can listen to this for 3 hours.
I'm like, what the hell is it do for 3 hours?
Nah, it's different.
Okay. Okay, ready?
We ready?
Okay, for the tiebreaker.
Boom.
Okay, cool. So
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
like,
Turn it around. Let me see something. Help me to go be.
I gotta let it all work out, my little way.
all right, for the tiebreaker, Andrew winner for this brand new game is gonna be, Tyrone. I got the one with Tyrone. Now.
Yeah, Mr. Cheese.
Take my laws and grace.
I got the ride.
I
with Tyrone.
almost came back like the Cowboys
Nah, you
tried to
did,
do.
for
I
sure.
almost
But
came
like
back.
in true cowboy
Not
fashion,
quite,
you know.
not quite enough.
Almost, but not.
You know, maybe know what song mine would have been. It would have been "Teardrops" by Don Tripp.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I ride with it. Nah, man.
Shout out
I
Don
love
Tripp.
music. I really do like music, though. I like a lot of music.
Yeah.
What's so crazy? I like a lot of the stuff that's going on in Dallas right now. They got some good
Oh
stuff.
man, shout out to New Dallas for real.
New Dallas. That Montana 700 he just dropped. Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I had no skills, brother.
Montana
skill.
going
He was
hard.
spitting.
Young Don going hard.
The,
See the Wizard going hard.
Z and
Amir
L
going
Doe.
hard.
Z and L Doe just
What's my
dropped.
man?
What's the name? Amir.
Boss man LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah, Boss
Amir.
man
I
LeBron.
can't
That
think
nigga
of
going
his last
hard.
name. Something Amir.
Hey,
That's a
D
lot of,
boys going hard.
and they hustling and they moving
Yeah.
as a unit. I
Nah,
like
for
that
real.
part. I like to see that.
That's what I like.
Nah, for real.
It's different. It's different
Yes.
when you see everybody shining on one accord and moving
then-
on one
and
and
then
sharing
also-
each other's work and doing all of those different
Yeah.
things.
Right, and then also on that. Oh yeah, I can't forget about my main man. To me, he my favorite out the group. Busy the Hustler.
Okay.
That nigga hard. If you ain't heard no Busy the Hustler, go look that nigga up
Busy
right
the Hustler. I wonder
Yeah,
if that's.
that nigga go hard. I'm talking about
I'm
for
gonna
real.
go check them out.
Okay.
I'm trying to see everything New Dallas. I like.
Shout out
what they
New
got
Dallas.
going on. I
All
like
of
what they
them.
got going on. And they talk about some money. They talking about getting some money. They ain't
Yeah.
talking
Nah,
about
for
no
real.
nothing else.
And then if you meet them, like if you meet any of them, like they all got that same spirit around them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can tell that God got his hand on them boys.
Facts.
You can tell. They all got that. It's not even, it's a spirit of confidence.
Absolutely.
It's a spirit of clarity. It's a spirit of strength.
I rock
It's
with it.
like these young men are some real men. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at them, I'm like, yeah, I'm old. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm
them
excited
boys,
to see
they
what
on the
they
right
do. I'm
path.
excited to see what happens next for them as a unit.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
for
how it
real.
works.
All right, so shout out New Dallas. Okay.
Shout out New
You know
Dallas.
this close pick, and we out.
Doom, doom.
I made this. Nah.
All right, y'all. If you're an artist, a singer, that's about it. And you gotta have some bars or be able to sing, okay? Bodyguard TV got some mic drops going, so you need to tap in with the Bodyguard and get your green screen mic drop, because ain't nobody doing it like he doing it. Okay? Okay.